there, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Module 2. If you've seen Module 1, you may already have your first business idea around resource recovery and reuse, or you had your spark of genius that might be the next revolution to sanitation and water management systems. Now, if you're going to start implementing that business idea, you'll be facing a few surprises. And some of these are going to be linked to the business environment that you'll be operating in. I'm Yannick, and what I'm going to talk to you about is some of the external factors that are likely to actually affect your business model. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I've founded and managed a couple of businesses, and I've been working with sanitation, water and waste related startups and businesses over the last years. Let me just pick out one example to give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about in this Module 2. In Lebanon, we have a super interesting startup. They have a very solid business model. It's quite innovative about how to convert organic waste into compost and then actually also commercialize on that. Now, when they've raised their first funds to set up their pilot facility, they've come to realize that in Lebanon you actually are only allowed to do composting on land that is declared as industrial land. Now, this is something that is very expensive and then obviously right away has quite a few impacts on your operations, on your numbers and all of that. Now, in Module 1, you've learned to analyze some of the key challenges around sanitation and waste management systems and to derive a business idea from that. You've learned how to build a business around value proposition, what the key elements are that you should be looking into. And in that process, you've taken a few assumptions. You've probably assumed that you'll be able to access waste, let's say from households, or that there's customers who can actually use your product. Let's see, if you're looking at low-cost energy alternatives or maybe fertilizer from municipal waste, you might have assumed that farmers can use fertilizer for their production. And last but not least, I guess you're assuming that there may be a couple of customers who are actually willing to buy your product. Now, that's an ideal setting. You're probably spot on with a number of your assumptions, but when reality strikes, you're going to see that a few of these may just not hold true. And in order to be able to manage a few of the challenging surprises that you're up for when you're becoming a RRR entrepreneur, what is important is that you actually analyze and fully understand the business environment that you're operating in. Now, in our training course, you'll be introduced to a range of different approaches to test your business model, right? And now, when we're looking at screening the enabling environment of your business, what we're suggesting is that you actually conduct a feasibility study. You look at whether your business is going to be feasible within your given environment. And stop, please don't turn off this video. We're not talking about a feasibility study that's going to cost you millions of dollars, euros, rupees, whatsoever. What we're talking about is actually identifying and analyzing a few of the key questions that you should find answers to before you proceed in developing your business. Now, what we're going to look at is questions around the availability of waste, waste supply, the quality of the waste that you're going to be working with. We're going to talk about competitors. We're actually offering alternatives to what you're offering. We're going to talk about the legal environment and whether it's conducive to what you want to do. And last but not least, we're going to look at size, quality, placement of the potential customers for your business. And in order to actually dive into these questions, I'd suggest you continue with one of the videos below right away. See you there.